Romeo Victor Whiskey. The name is Don. Before I take any check-ins, I'll pause momentarily for emergency or priority traffic. Emergency or priority traffic, please come now. Not hearing any emergency or priority traffic, I'll remind everybody that if at any time during the net an emergency occurs, just say break, break. We will relinquish the frequency to you and offer any assistance that we can. So it looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day today. We are expecting a little bit of cool weather coming down. However, just in the matter of perspective, I looked at the weather report or the weather forecast for my hometown up in Nebraska, and I think tonight or tomorrow morning it's supposed to reach a low of minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll take the lows of 40s and 50s to minus 22 any day. So let's start taking check-ins. Short time and mobile, please come now.
Net control. Net control, please check in. Kilo, November 4, Juliet, Echo November, KN4JEN Allen on the banks of beautiful Myakka River. Over.
Good morning, Alan, and what are you up to today?
First, I'd like to let you know that your audio is very low. I don't know whether there's you can turn up your mic or get your mouth closer to the microphone or something. But you're always always quiet, but exceptionally quiet this morning. At least that's what's happening in my receiver. Over.
Okay, I'll try to move closer. I am having a little bit of volume control with my own throat. Just took a cough drop so I don't end up coughing here. But hopefully this is a bit better.
Yes, sir. You're up probably 3 dB or so that's good. Anyway, heading off to the range here early before the wind picks up, and I think there's supposed to be some showers this afternoon, so be a quick in and out this morning. Thanks for taking that, doing a great job as usual. This is Kilo November 4, Juliet Echo November on the side listening.
All right, Alan, well, 73s to you, and good luck out there on the range. Hopefully you'll get it all done before the weather turns unfavorable. This is KG5RVW, next short time and mobile, please come now.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Sierra Romeo Lima. Johnny, good morning, Don. Good morning, Sunshinders.
Good morning, Johnny. What are you up to today?
Well, just working. Here's just doing some work, but that's about it.
Oh, so how many more years do you have before you can retire?
Oh, I'm looking at probably 15. 1-5.
Well, I ended up, for reasons other than wanting to, I ended up retiring earlier than I anticipated or had originally planned. But as I tell folks, it was the best decision I was forced to make.
Yeah, understood. No, I don't mind. We don't have no major plans yet, but I'd like to get to 72. That's where I'd like to get to.
Well, make sure that when you do retire, you leave yourself plenty of time to go out and do anything and everything.
Yeah, we actually try to squeeze that in now, so that's a good plus. So we knock off some of our bucket list ahead of time.
Yeah, I was just talking to one of my nieces and her husband. They're about they're 12 years younger than I am, so they're in their late 50s. and they both have decided that they are going to quit their current jobs and start working for the National Park Service. And so about in May, I think they're moving up to Glacier National Park and work up there for the summer, and then find another national park down south to work, and kind of keep hopping around the country working at national parks.
Yeah, I can understand that because we kind of looked at that ourselves, to be honest. I've been talking to the camp hosts at campgrounds about that also, so. But not ready to pull the trigger yet. We got a few other things to take care of first, but yeah, that's an interesting way to retire.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And like one of my brothers, even though he's a couple of years older than I am, so he's basically retired, but seasonal work up in Alaska, he works for the cruise lines, greeting people as they come off the boat and getting people onto the boat and stuff like that, and makes a little bit of money, but also they allow him a free cruise afterwards, so kind of works out nice for him.
Well, that sounds good. I wouldn't mind to cut back to part-time or work remote while we're at the park or whatever, but we haven't made up our minds yet, so we still got a few years, but we're figuring it out.
Well, everybody does different things, and nobody, well, let me put it this way. What might work for one person ain't going to work for the next person, so whatever works best for you, that's how it'll work out.
Yes, sir. That's the way it is. So, all right, you have yourself a wonderful day. Try to stay dry if it decides for the skies to open up today a little bit. And this is KQ4 SRL saying 73, so I'll be back monitoring.
All right, Johnny, well, thanks for checking in. We'll say 73s to you as well. It's KG5RVW on the Sunshine Net, looking for any other short time and mobile.
Control. Please check in Whiskey 8 Golf Victor Mobile. Good morning, Don. This is Jerry.
Good morning, Jerry, and how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty doggone good. Don't have anything to complain about.
Well, and like the old saying goes, even if you did, who's going to pay attention, right?
Yep, that's right. I'm on my way to the grocery store. My wife, who is half Hungarian, promised me real Hungarian goulash, so I'm going for the supplies, and I'm looking forward to dinner tonight.
Okay, I can look up on QRZ to find your address. What time is supper? I haven't had some real good Hungarian goulash in, oh gosh, I can't remember how long.
I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. Yeah, and this is the real stuff, too. And actually, we had some guests over this weekend, and she made beef paprikash. So, oh no, it was pork. I'm sorry, pork paprikash. The homemade, no kendley, and everything that went with it. So, I'm eating pretty good this week. And unfortunately for you, my address on QRZ is a post office box, so I don't think you'll be able to find me.
Okay. I'll keep looking, though. I'll keep looking. Like I said, it's been, gosh, I think the closest I came to that may have been 10, 15 years ago. I was up in Nebraska, and there was a Bohemian restaurant up there in Omaha, Nebraska that ate at, and they had goulash. So that's probably the closest I've been to
Todd,
Hungarian
when I think
goulash
about Valentine's Day,
the
it's
last
not about the
20,
day.
30
It's
years.
a feeling, a connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really more like a very hearty soup as opposed to like what the Americans want to call goulash. full of macaroni and burger and stuff. But it's more like a very hearty soup with, it's got some root vegetables in it. I like to have kohlrabi in it, but it's hard to find around here. So anyways, that's what I got going on today. Did my first bus run. I'll go back this afternoon, do another one, but the next 5 or 6 hours is my own.
Yep, absolutely. And don't forget the paprika. You can't make goulash without paprika.
And it comes direct from Hungary. You're right, because it's different than Spanish paprika and some of the stuff you get. And my Kay spends some time making sure she gets the good stuff right from Hungary. Of course, you know, Hungarians think everything's better from Hungary, so a lot of that part may be true, but may not be.
Well, Hungary is known for their paprika. I mean, absolutely known for their paprika, so she's probably right.
Yep, very good. Anyways, thanks for picking me up and getting me on the net. Good morning to all the sunshiners out there, and we'll catch up with you again. Whiskey 8 Golf Victor Mobile, back to net control.
All right, Jerry, well, drive safely and enjoy your supper. This is KG5RBW on Sunshine Net. Let's take the next check-in. We'll open up anyone, anywhere, please come now.
NC4CC.
Good morning, Mr. Dave, and how are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just sitting here playing on the computer. Well, not actually playing, but actually doing some work.
Well, you see, and even then, like the, I do a number of different things on the computer in the morning. Like I'll play Mahjong, and I'll play some word games, and I'll play some other things on there. And to me, it's not just playing, because that's helping to keep my brain active and thinking to prevent the onslaught of dementia and that. So it's actually exercising.
Yeah, well, you might want to add some lubricant in there, because when you're thinking, I can hear all sorts of rusty gears mashing together.
Well, I'll look into that. Have to get some that don't smoke at low temperatures. Get a high temperature lubricant in there, because we don't want the smoke setting off the smoke alarm, which is right above my desk.
Ah, that explains the haze around you then.
Yep. So what you got planned for today? Anything great, wonderful?
Oh, I've got a PoE cable, Ethernet cable to replace. Had one go bad on me, so that and watching the trash disappear is all that's on the agenda for the day.
Guys, do they still have Ethernet cable around? Well, obviously from port of entry to the house to wherever your modem is, but otherwise I didn't think Ethernet cable was that popular.
Well, I have some external video cameras, for the security system, and they run some of them run on power over Ethernet. So you got to have a cable for them to get power. So you might as well include the video, because the Wi-Fi is a little bit unstable when it comes to video cameras.
Yeah, especially if if you've got a larger house and you're running longer distances than that. At least with the Ethernet, it's going to make the run. It's going to make the trip and stay there.
Yep, that's it. These concrete walls and so on, and having the cameras like 75 to 100 feet away, the Wi-Fi just doesn't cut the mustard there. Plus, you know, if you've got a bunch of cameras, trying to get them to operate on different channels gets to be a problem. If you're all on the same channel, you run into collisions, and none of them will work.
Yep. Understand that too. Well, you know, at least it'll give you something to do, and you know, some place to spend some more money and do some good hard work.
Well, I found a sale on the cables. They're only $15 for a 100-foot cable, so that was a good find for me anyway. Anyway, I'll go ahead and say 7-3, and thanks for taking the net this morning. And it looks like another nice day in paradise, even though it's just a little cooler. This is NC4CC.
All right, Dave, well, 73 is to you. Yeah, it will be a little bit cooler, but again, like I said at the beginning of the show, a whole lot better than the minus 22 that's up in the Midwest. I'll take this any day. This is KG5RVW saying 73 is to NC4CC, and looking for the next check-in. Please come down.
Net control. Whiskey Niner, Romeo, Mike, Whiskey. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Sunshiners.
And good morning to you too, Rick. How are you doing this morning?
Doing pretty good. Doing some work. I'm one of those working stiffs too, so still working full time. But got a village meeting here I got to go to about 9:30. Talk about some of the events that are coming up. So I'm planning for that as well.
So what kind of neat events do you have coming up? Anything worth crashing?
Well, it depends. Got a lot of dinners, a lot of dances, music, bingo, which is kind of fun, even if you don't like bingo. And we have regular bingo, too. That's tonight. And there's a chili cook-off this weekend. They canceled horseshoes because we had so many events going on. But just a lot of get-togethers and good times.
You know, you said they canceled the horseshoes. I know a lot of places. You know, we've got a bocce court, and we've got a tennis court which is divided into pickleball courts, and I've seen the shuffleboard courts. I don't know that I've seen a horseshoe, any horseshoe pits here. But I will tell you something interesting. I'm going to let this drop. Back in from November of '96 to June of '97, I was mobilized in the reserves and sent to Bosnia. We were stationed down in Sarajevo, and a couple guys ordered a set of horseshoes, the pins and the horseshoes, and we set up a horseshoe pit behind our office area there. We would play during the afternoons. It was amazing how many other, guys from other countries would come over and stop over and play a round or two with us just to see what it was.
Yeah, that's the neat part. People who maybe didn't even know that game existed and partaking in it. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I mean, we have like the bocce and the shuffleboard and cornhole and some of those that I don't partake in, but we got the tennis courts, and very few people play tennis. It's like you said, most of it is pickleball. Pickleball, I guess, is just taking off like crazy. And we have 2 pools and a big rec hall, and we have a workshop where you have all kind of tools. You can do woodworking and stuff like that, and it's a really neat community. We have a place, a picnic area with a fire pit. So when it's allowed, you can have like a little campfire and enjoy that. So that's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it sounds like you keep everybody busy. We don't have quite as much, but I think we've only got about 95, 96 houses in our little community here. So, but we've got quite a bit for that view.
Yeah, that's definitely smaller, I guess. Yeah, but that's a nice sized community as well. here we have 550 lots, 551, I guess, but there's still quite a few that Ian took. You know, the lady like right across the street from me, Ian took her home, and so we have quite a few vacancies. But I guess probably over 400, maybe 20, 25 or so, something like that. But yeah, we keep busy, especially here in season, you know, when the snowbirds come down, and we really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, we were, like I said, when we bought this house, we weren't really shopping for houses. We were kind of looking to see what would be available in our price range in different areas, and because we hadn't really decided where we wanted to move to, the realtor showed us this house. My wife said, "I want to take a look at it." We took a look at it. My wife said, "We're going to put an offer." So we weren't expecting to buy, but we ended up buying much sooner than expected. Or at least that was my plan, maybe not hers.
Well, that's funny you say that, because we're kind of in the same boat. We had a friend that had a home here in VHL, which is the Village of Years, but then he ended up selling. But we loved this place so much that we would come down and we would rent every year for about 5 or 6 years. And in 2021, in June, in April, actually, no, in May, we were due to head back home up to Indiana, and this house came up for sale, and we really weren't looking to buy, but we just couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, like I said, you know, my plan was different. I think my wife had her own plan. And that's, you know, the discrepancy between when I was thinking we were going to buy and when we did buy. But, you know, we got it done. We moved down here, and we moved down here in 17, just in time for Irma. So we've enjoyed it since.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, we were here for Irma as well. We had left, but our friend's place wasn't damaged too bad, so that was the good news. But and our place, we were in a 1981 trailer. It's called a Calypso, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it has a recently built Florida room on the side of it, and this room was built to the current hurricane standards. And I honestly believe that has saved our place, because we've had very little damage since Ian. Like Helene and Milton, very, very little damage. So we've been blessed, to say the least.
Yep. Well, that's all good. That's all good. So then you gave me a list of what to do. So I'll just have to look at your community calendar and see what evenings I need to come over there and crash your parties.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. And I'll make sure that I tell my neighborhood watch team that you're allowed. So thanks again, Don. I appreciate everything you do for the club. Thanks for all the help you've given me. Get out there and live, laugh, and love, everybody. 73, Whiskey Niner, Romeo Mike Whiskey.
All right, Rick. Well, 73 is to you, and you have a great one. SKG5RVW, looking for the next check-in. Please come now. Dave, stand by just a moment. Was there a double with Dave? It's not. The reason why I called for that, Dave, there seemed to be a buzz coming across with your transmission, but go ahead.
Well, I very well may well be I'm using a new radio with some set up with some wires hung all over the place here.
Yeah, there is a buzz, like a 60 hertz buzz in the background there. So what you up to this morning?
Okay, well, just trying this out. I wonder if this helps. I remove the power supply from it so it's on battery. That change anything?
No, Buzz is still back there. Not sure what's causing that, but I guess you'll just have to keep working and figure out what may or may not be. I know I used to have that problem with one of my radios, and I'm not sure I ever figured it out.
Okay. That's done right now.
Okay, that one was worse.
Okay. I'll figure it out here. On the other
All right, we'll see. I'll let you work on that to try to figure it out. But yeah, that time it came in much stronger to the point where the buzz overpowered your audio. So we will keep you open for a recheck later on, but we'll say 73s for now. This is KG5RBW. Any other check-ins? Next check-in, please come now. All right, what a difference a week makes. Last week, I never had a break in radio chat for an hour and a half, and now we have lots of breaks. So I know folks are out there. I know they're listening. I know they're monitoring. So go ahead, pick up the mic and say good morning.
Net control, this is KQ4, Juliet Victor Echo Ralph. Good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. I'm just doing a little computer work, trying to keep these computers in sync here with some of the files. It's driving me crazy. Change one, it's supposed to change them all, and it's not. Yeah, anyway, I'll get through it. I just want to say good morning. I didn't like the sound of dead air. I didn't want to see you hanging here. Not much to say, though. How are you this morning?
Oh, doing pretty good. Still got a little bit of roughness in the voice, I'll say, that I just can't have to keep working on. But way over the flu, just all the aftermath of the flu.
Yeah, that's affirmative. My wife just was tested the other day, a few days ago. She's had that lingering dry cough that everyone's had for months. Well, it's developed now into, as she was tested, it's not COVID, it's not the flu, but it's bronchitis on the way to pneumonia, so she had to jump on some serious medication, some antibiotics, and a steroid pack, but that seems to be working.
Yeah, when it gets down deep like that, it takes a little bit more out of you and takes a little bit more to break it apart. Fortunately, you know, fortunately when they caught mine, it hadn't gone down that deep into the lungs, so they were just able to treat it with the Tamiflu, and that kicked it. But yeah, when it gets down there deep, it's hard to get out.
Well, yeah, as much as we like some of the alternative medicines with the supplements and this and that, much easier if you can do those. If they work for you, much better for you. But sometimes you need the big guns, and Big Pharma's not all bad. They do some good stuff.
Yeah, roger that. You know, I try to avoid as much as I can. You know, supporting the pharmacy industry, but you know, there's some things that is very necessary. And like for me, a couple of my primary medicines, if I didn't take them I have very difficulty breathing at times, so take them and enjoy life.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes you need it. I had a doctor up in Cape Cod. I'll never forget his words. He says, 99% of my patients can be cured with a tincture of time. The body has a great mechanism to heal itself. You just have to be patient.
Yeah, that's one of the amazing things that the body can take care of itself. Sometimes we let some things go too far, and we just have to work better with them.
Yeah, that's affirmative. So I guess it's just being aware. And I'll just say, I'll say 7-3. It was nice speaking to you this morning. This is KQ4, Juliet Victor Echo on the side and listening.
All right, Ralph. Well, thanks for checking in, and hope the XYL gets to feeling better soon. This is KG5RVW on the Sunshine Net. Looking for the next check-in. Please come now.
Net Control, this is Kilo, Quebec 4, Echo Lima Kilo, Kermit, More Mineral Springs. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Sunshiners.
Good morning, Kermit. And what are you up to this morning?
Playing radio. Just listening to the net, and I'm doing my morning constitutional. I have on my phone, I have a couple of games, mostly word games. And then waiting for today, we have a new mattress arriving via FedEx. And then tomorrow we have a new bed frame. So get all that stuff here, and then we'll have a project.
Oh, you're doing it backwards. You're supposed to get the new bed frame so that when they bring in the new mattress, they can put the mattress on the bed frame. Yeah, understand sometimes deliveries don't work the way you'd like them to.
Yeah, roger that. I'm just happy to get a new mattress and bed frame. The mattress we have is kind of old, and it has dips in it on my side where I used to sit on the side of the bed, getting up in the morning or sorting through stuff or folding laundry or whatever. I used to do it sitting on the side of the bed, so I have this big dip in there. And quite frequently wake up in the morning with it's the sort of muscular backache that, after a little while of being up, it goes away. But why deal with that pain if you don't have to?
Yep. And one of the bad things, nowadays with mattresses, not this one, but the previous mattress I owned was a dual-sided mattress. So you can, you flip it over and you spin it around and do that, so you can get a lot more wear and tear out of your mattress, I'll say, than now where all you can do, the best you can do is spin it 180 degrees, and so it don't quite last as long. But a good mattress is good for you, and it will make a difference.
Yeah, roger that. And then this weekend, I'm excited to get this thing, but I'm not going to be here when it arrives. I'm getting a digi-rig with the CIV configuration. So it's a little, like a signal link. It's a little interface between the external sound card and the interface between the radio and a computer. I have one for handy-talkies, but it doesn't work with the icons. You have to have a special configuration. So I ordered that, and it'll be here Saturday, and we're going to be out of town. I want to send me to see my great-grandson, my new great-grandson. So my stepson's going to be here. My wife said he's going to come over and look after the animals. He just lives a mile down the road. And I told her, I said, I have to check the mail too, because package. in any case, so I'll be excited to do that and get into some of the digital modes. That's about it for me. As KQ4ELK, I'll be on the sideline.
Well, Kermit, hopefully it'll arrive and it won't give you too much trouble getting it installed and set up. I know for somebody like me, things like that never seem to go the way they're supposed to. Never seems to be as easy as they say it is on YouTube, but hopefully for you it'll be a smooth setup and it'll work for you and you can enjoy some of the neat other aspects of amateur radio. So 73 is to you, Kermit. This KG5RVW. Next check-in. Please come now. Check-in. Next check-in on Sunshine Net. Please come now.
Roll. So this is KO4SBC. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Steve, and how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very good. I just got back from the gym a little bit ago. I'm a little bit late this morning, but been there and back, and kind of recovering from my weekend in Pennsylvania where it was very, very cold, snowed, sleeted, freezing rain, ice, had the whole 9 yards up there.
Well, I don't know. It might be getting ready to get bad again up there. My wife and I were talking yesterday because we were talking about the forecast here.
That,
said, yeah, it's gonna get
you know, it's literally nitpicky little Karens in these HOAs, and that's why I hate them.
My home state, Nebraska.
But how is this going to work? Where do we draw the line?
Can you down into the minus degrees?
Can you put a tripod on the roof with sandbags? I mean, what could you do? Can you throw it up in the tree and just leave it? I mean, can you swag it? I mean, what can you do? So, I guess we'll have another one of these videos eventually and deep dive this. I do want people, if anybody wants to go on with me and talk about this, I would love to get someone on either.
They're having a winter wonderland.
Yeah, when people down here complain about the 40s and
the picky little Karens in these HOAs, and that's why I hate them.
You know, it ain't like.
But how is this going to work? Where do we draw the line?
I remember when I lived up in Nebraska.
Can you put a tripod on the roof with sandbags? I mean, what can you do? Can you throw it up in the tree and just leave it? I mean, can you swag it? I mean, what can you do? So, I guess we'll have another one of these videos eventually and deep dive this. I do want people, if anybody wants to go on with me and talk about this, I would love to get someone on either side of this argument. Because I'm
glad to be back, and the trip was worthwhile. So, you know, that's what I've been up to, and just kind of getting resettled.
If he wants to go on with me and talk about this, I would love to get someone on either side of this argument. Because I'm in the middle. Convince me. Get with me. I'd love to do a three-way on this, or a four-way, or a five-way, whatever we can find. All right, guys, this is a great topic. HOAs.
You can go outside in shirts and shorts and not freeze to death.
Yeah, that's one of the things I did.
It's going to be cool. We'll see if this happens. I give it about a 20% chance of passing. These things generally don't pass. All right, guys, have a good one out there. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and it's been fun. Hopefully, we'll see you on our next adventure, or perhaps down the log. 7-3s, everybody. 7-3.
KG5RVW on Sunshine Net. Looks like the sun is kind of playing hide and seek a little bit. But, Sunshine Net, please come now.
WL, 22 Charlie Whiskey Lima. Checking in.
Okay, last station calling. There was some static coming in your call sign is Whiskey 2 Charlie Lima. Please confirm, and can I get a name?
Hi, good morning. This is W2CWL, Charlie Whiskey Lima. And the name is Bill. Home QTH is Placida, Florida. And right now we're en route to Hialeah, Florida. And just rolling over and thought we'd check in on the sunshine. And back to you at control from W2CWL.
So you're mobile, where are you at exactly right now?
In Murdoch. We're in Murdoch right now.
Alright, so that's on the kind of the north side of the QTH. Still with the range. So the trip.
No, actually, we have to go to Hialeah. We're going over to get
A little bit of trivial history there. So, next check-in, please come now.
Down the log. 7-3s, everybody. 7-3s.
Alright, not hearing anybody, then I'm going to do a last call for check-ins, please come now.
3s, everybody. 7-3s.
Control. Control, please check in. Queen 4. Yankee Mary Queen.
Okay, last station calling, I got the 4 Yankee Mary Queen, but I did not get the prefix, over.
Queen 4. Yankee Mary Queen. Name is Bill.
Okay, I'm still missing the first part. Can you try it again? Give it to me twice during the transmission.
Queen 4. That is King Queen 4.
Okay, got that that time. Yeah, I was missing the King at the beginning. So good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Doing fine. I see that you were talking to a buddy of mine, Bill, who has helped me with my most ambitious antenna projects, which is what I'm kind of up to today.
So are you building an antenna or putting a new antenna up, or what you doing?
A little bit of each. I've got an antenna that's probably about 80% satisfactory, but then I'm going to move the antenna out further to my backyard and attach it to my garden shed, and that'll make it kind of nice and stable for high winds.
Yep, and we do get high winds time to time down here, as we know. Of course, if it's what just a word of advice, if you put it there so it's more stable, also keep kind of a release latch so that when we get the very high winds, you can drop down to the ground.
Yes, sir. I have a fold-down hinge as part of the mounting design with exactly that in mind, but also because it's this is kind of new to me, that allows me to get it up and down and make any modifications that still need to be made. It's an all PVC mounting system with 1-inch PVC inserted inside of 1.25-inch PVC.
Well, that should give you a good bit of stability there between the two. And hopefully that'll work for you. So what bands will that antenna do?
This is just 2 meters and 70 centimeters, that's all. It's a J-pole.
All right, well, that'll get you, and it'll help you get out further. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to put antennas up in visible spaces here at the location I live at. So, but fortunately, I can hit both, the 2 of the local repeaters from where I'm at. So that's all that matters, right?
That's, if it works, it's good to go. I'm located in Inglewood, off of Winchester Boulevard and 777. So it's a pretty good location for sending out a signal in different directions.
Yeah, so if you can hit W4DUX from that location, then WX4E from that location, that should also reach N4EAR and W4DUX, so you have all the main ones covered.
Pretty new to this. I'm just now dialing in the various repeaters and figuring out which one gets me where and who's connected to whom. So that's going to be a little bit longer for me. But I'm all excited today because I have the place that I'm going to put the antenna next to my shed. I have to cross the far backyard, and there I have a whole lot of radials that are vertical. So I got an idea that I was going to use an edger to bury my feed line, and I'm hoping that works out because the grass back there is this really tough southern Florida grass, and you can't really get a shovel through it.
Well, what I have found at times, because I had to do some resodding on one of my areas, and cutting through some of the sod there was very hard. So I have, the pointed shovel, and I just took that to my bench grinder and put a very sharp edge on it, and it cut through the grass very easy.
I must have the grass on steroids here because I did the same thing with kind of a half-moon shape with a step-on lip, and I sharpened it enough I thought I could shave the hairs off my arms. But even standing on it and rocking it back and forth is, if your balance is still there, which mine is not, but even that didn't allow me to dig into the line, not the line, but into the path I wanted to go. And unfortunately, it's about 135 feet from the house exit to the antenna base.
Yeah, that's going to take some work. So hopefully the edger will work for you, and you'll be able to get that taken care of.
All right, this is King Queen 4, Yankee Mary Queen. I'll be monitoring, but I've got to leave and go get some work done now. Have a great day, guys.
All right, Bill, well, thanks for checking in. 73's to you, and good luck on your antenna project there. This KG5 RVW on Sunshine Net. Looking for any further check-ins. Please come now. Last call for check-ins. Please come now. Not hearing any takers, then I will close this edition of Sunshine Net and return the WX4E back to normal operating. This is KG5 RVW clear.